Hello, hello, hello. Hello, Jack. Hello, hello. Hello, Jack. Hello. We just wait. Let me paste the link in the Discord. After that, we will start today's stream as we started. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, let's start. Right. I think it's the voice is audible. So, good evening, everyone. Today is my day 63 of my DSA journey. In today's stream, we will be solving some new problems based on hash map or hash sets as we are understanding the behavior of the functions that we do use that we see while using hash map or hash sets, right? Or like the functions are similar in maps and sets, just we are seeing the behavior of them, right? As maps are key and value pair and um, ordered or unordered sets uh, is a little different. There's a little difference, right? But okay, so and after that we will do some revisits. Hello, Sashi. Welcome to the stream. Don't you do contest streams? No, as I'm a beginner. First, I'm trying to learn about the things that about the DSA. Like you can say, this is a type of a learn in public stream where I document myself. I am documenting myself from the day one when I did started with these questions, right? But now I think I'm in that position where I can join the contest, right? Or maybe give some try. I think I will be able to solve the first problem. Maybe I think I will be able to solve the first problem, right? What about you? You do give contest? Mm, in between, I think we should start the question, right? That we are supposed to solve. Yeah, bro, I attend every contest on LeetCode. Oh, okay. Hello, Tarun. Welcome to the stream. Welcome back to the stream, man. Yeah. Initially, I was not participating in the contest as the questions were from some different concept, right? That I didn't know about. But I think, yeah, I will be trying join the contest. Are you talking about at coder? No, no. I'm talking about lead code contest, right? I'm just asking whether he will or not. So, okay, you guys are having a conversation. Mm, First, I was thinking to solve this problem, right? Like, I think this is not based on maps, but and this was also another problem. I don't have selected problems today, but the revisits that we have to do today in this revisit, uh, we will try using that approach that Tarun told us about, right? In which we do negative index marking. I haven't seen how that works, but yeah, today if we will have time, we will do it, right? Before that, before that, I have picked some I think easy problems. We can start with this problems, right? Um, my friend made an extension. You can get to know all the upcoming contests. But why do we need that, right? As we know that contests happen on Sundays, right? Uh, Hello, man. Welcome to the stream. Hello, hello. Okay. Like here we have given an array, right? We have to separate the. We have to split the digit. We have to split the numbers into single digits, right? As here 13 is given, so we have to. We can use that formula, right? That we can just get the last digit, and after that we can put it into an array, and that array. Um, I think we should take another array or maybe do okay, but in that case, these numbers will remain in the array, right? So we have to remove them. Okay. Mm, I think we can create a result vector, and after that we can use a while loop, right? And here we can before that this while loop, what we can do, but we will have to go on every values, right? On every other value in the array. So I think we can use a for loop, and I will listen. We will take every value for that every value we can take the last digits and we can push those last digits into the result vector, right? And there will be a position, so position will start from 0. I think it will start from 0. Okay. And here is a note given that the answer contains the separations in the same order, right? So and nums can have length from like it can have single number or maybe 1000 digits, right? 1000 numbers. So nums can range from 1 to okay, its length. Okay, it can be 4-digit number, right? That's the case. Think. Now what we can do, I think we can use a while loop, and But this this will run an n log n runtime, right? Like time complexity will be n log n. What we can do, mm, okay, but we have to do this, right? So while n is more than zero, and n will be, and we can take n is equals to current value of I, right? Traverse the nums, convert current number into string, run a loop over this string, convert these char into int, push them into answer vector. That's it's no not long. Hello man, welcome to the stream. Um, it will be big of, okay, or just big of n. Okay, I think he's trying to say that yeah, I is less than 5, or yeah, and x is more than 0, as we are taking the last digits, right? So that's what he's talking about. And here there is a function we use, right? I think this is the function, and we pass the nums. Sorry, we will pass n. Will it be converted to strings or as to string? We pass the n, so n will be converted into a string, and for every n it will be converted into a string. Then okay, string variable. Mm, okay, so we will need that vector, right? Vector. Mm, string, store it into a string variable. Okay, string word. Sorry, string num is equals to n, right? We have that n number, and then you did not store that string n anywhere. What about this? String num is equals to n, right? No, string num is equals to, oh, okay, okay, like that. But I think it's doing the same though, right? Even if we, but yeah, just we cannot it through try. You can check it yourself. No, to string is not a byte function. They are two different things, and will still be an integer. Are you saying that we should do like this? Mm. Then how we will do that? I think to string. Mm. Every n will be converted into a string, but don't you think that vector is type of integer? Mm. That's what I did before, man. Right? I did the same as you. Right? Now we have converted the the number into a string. Then after that, we will run a while loop, right? We will run a for each loop on that string, right? So, and then we can push those values into the vector result vector, right? Every time the new n will be converted into the string, and then, right? Okay. Mm, oh, okay. I think this was the syntax that we use for that, right? X, but in what we are checking for it in the nums, right? Or in, but for the string we will have to take num. Okay, nums. Just the num. Uh, then we have X. So now we will do conversion, right? We will do conversion. Okay, we are going on every character of that num, and we are pushing back. We can push back. Okay, I think I should take auto, right? As I will be using this, and then can we do it like this? Like we convert the X into a integer, then we are X minus 0. When what's this? Mm, what does it do to a string? Does it convert it into an integer? Okay, carex 7 integer num. How this can happen? Um, okay, we create another variable, and that variable will be integer, but that integer will be x minus 0, right? X minus string 0. So just simply getting integer value of a character. So we can directly apply it into the when we are pushing back into the result. Okay. Mm, okay. And nums, the value will be at least one, right? So in that case, if we will have zero, then what will happen? Will zero be converted into an integer? What do you think? Okay, it's been being accepted. Mm, character codes. Okay. So it's just purely based on, like, is it type of a function or what? Or just it behaves in that way when we use this function? Okay, it's a trick. So does it only work when we are using stack, or it's universal? Okay. No, it's just basic math. Uh, ask ASCII of a number. ASCII of from where did you learn this? You used YouTube for that? Like, is there any video in which these type of things are being taught, or like, is there any video? Uh, because the video I have seen in which they told about what will be the type of maths or tricks that we can use. Just there was a single video, and these things were not being covered, right? But I think they should have. Like how you got to know about this? Yeah, that's why I think I am not. I should not run enough faster, right? We have to have some patience, right? I think I should not consider it as, yeah. We I solved it around, I think, 50%. 50% was from you, right? That's how this problem is solved. So, but yeah, here I learned about a new trick, right? That we can use, and how we can, yeah. In some contest. But you did have learned this from a resource, right? Or like maybe from a website. Like how a person will get to know about this just by a thought, right? It should have been written somewhere. Yeah, but I don't. Okay. So what was your, like what was your source as you are doing it from the past 4 years? What was your primary source? As the playlist I see on YouTube are just very, like they haven't been created so long, right? Like they have just been created, I think, around 1 year ago or 2 year ago. So how how did you start it, right? What was your source that you followed uh, in that 4 years, right? That we can, like the approach you followed. So how we can use that approach, right? For the DSA, initially I was into this, but right now I found some gaps that I'm uh, filling with the concepts that are the things that are required, right? That haven't been taught in this playlist. Yeah, I think that that's the, like they are just picking problems and just blindly trying to, right, because they're blindly solving problems and showing us the brute force approach or the optimal approach. But nobody is talking about the behavior of the functions, how functions behave in different scenarios, or what are the things, or if they're teaching about any algorithm, just they are doing it on a surface level, right? Let's go with simple tree. Hello, Siddhant. Welcome to the stream. Free. What's free, man? Like, I was supposed to start with recursion right few days ago, but there came a video in which I got to know, okay, that teacher was telling about, yeah, uh, you should be good at using maps or sets, but she didn't told us about before. Like, she didn't give any homework that, and she just directly started with maps and sets. How we will do that, right? That's why first, from the past one, I think 4 or 5 days, I'm just trying to attack on these containers. Or I think this should not be in the container adapter. This is a container, right? And and this is also, and these are the underlying container adapters of DQ. I have covered all of these just in the priority queue. Um, there is some concept being left to be understood, right? We will practice all these, I think, on one or two questions. After that, when we will start with the recursion, BST. Man, I haven't reached to that stage, right? Yet, though I asked you three times, in which course are you in? Okay. Nope, nope. Just the college have started. I'm just in BCA, and yeah, it started. I think around 8th of August. The classes have been started, and I think you are giving me the vibe that you are a follower of Striver sheet, or the course that like the old course of the Striver, right? As he is doing it from a very long time, right? He have been uploading videos. I think around 5 years ago, he 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 was uploading videos or on dynamic programming, right? So I think he have covered. So you are just starting then to DSA from Striver. Yeah, the dependency is just getting reduced a little in a little slow way. But yeah, I think soon I will not be just dependent on this playlist. As for recursion, I was thinking to go with Kunal Kushwaha or maybe Striver, right? Yeah, DPN does he have covered it in so much depth, right? I have listened about that. Um, like I I have heard about this guy. He did have thought about recursion in a very good way. What do you think about this playlist? Yeah, this playlist. No, Kunal Kushwaha, he just yaps. Do other the Babar style. Okay, we can give it try the Striver, right? So I think he did teach us in a way that I want, right? Like how we want he teaches in Java. And I've seen Striver not using any what we say code editor or just do not open the lead code right directly. He uses pen and a drawing board, right? And it just feels like okay, we are getting to know something in a good way. Participate in the SIH hackathon. Hello, man. Welcome to the stream. Hello, Murphy. Shwa teaches in Java. But I think we can say that okay, everybody's trying to teach, but right. But the depth is different, right? For someone, the depth which Kunal Kushwaha is giving that is good, but for some they need more depth, so I think they should go with Striver. As hello PB gamer, welcome to the stream. Um, hmm, okay. So is this was the course in which we can go with? As I have seen, the order of this playlist is somewhat it is not in a order, right? As it did started with some videos. After that, he just directly started with recursion. What are you thinking about? We are just having conversation about how what playlist we should choose or what resource we should go with, right? Uh, I think there are some separate playlists, right? Like not just the course. It's just there are some playlists in which he have covered topics. Where is that? Yeah, Rickerson. Okay. What do you think about Apna College? Our college is like this. No, Apna College straightforward. Yeah, they do not have that much depth, right? They just say that okay, we will be going in the depth, but the depth is not that much. It will feel like yeah, we are getting to learn about things, but the reality is different, right? And people will not get to know about okay, yeah, this was really having a gap, but when they will find they will have been like they will be on a point, right? I think after this lecture, just the playlist, just this after this lecture, the playlist become a trash, right? Till this lecture, the teacher was going in a little bit of good way, but after that, she just there is not a particular list like you have to search for topic. Yeah, what do you think about it? Okay. That's why I have started to create own roadmap. Just it's paused, and I think there are so many uh, tons of unnecessary words in the roadmap. But yeah, and in between I will be I have to complete a lectures on the C++, right, like the foundation, because she didn't have thought about that in a good way. That I feel like the behavior of the loops, how what we can do in the loops, or what should be the conditions, or right, and in the initialization, what can be the behaviors. Ben just I'm says what can I do to get better future? Murphy is giving a opinion, right? I think you can go with this opinion. Now I think we should jump on to the next problem. That will be that should not be this problem. We will take another problem. I think maybe this, but this is thing similar. Appear exactly. However, two mischievous numbers need into an additional time. Okay, every time like this problem name is thus two sneaky numbers of Digitville, right? And in the town of Digitville, there was a list numbers called nums containing integers from 0 to n minus 1, right? And each number was supposed to appear exactly once and in the list. How, however, two mischievous numbers sneaked in an additional time, right? Here, and making the list longer than usual, right? As the term detective, our task is to find these two sneaky numbers and return an array of size 2 containing the two numbers in any order. So piece can return two-digit fill. That's the problem. What you are working will get to know. What? I think we can give it a try. In this problem, we can use set, right? We can use set and just to 4 and 5, right? But this is again a very similar problem. I think this is just in a repeating order that we found this problem, right? And it's we can use another set. And okay, I work as Cap Gemini as SSE. So what's that? Sustainable software engineering. And okay, data analyst in 2023. Mm, Senior software engineer. Okay. Mm. But I think I have seen you on LinkedIn before. There was a guy whose name was same like you. Um, Super set. I think they are having their talk. So here we created another set. Now we can traverse the whole array, right? But it will start from the zero and 0 to n minus 1, right? So if we see 0, 1, 2, 3, right? So it should be four values and 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Nums is more than or equals to 2. Okay, the values more than equals to 0. Okay. Then what's this? Nums dot length is equals to n plus 2. 2, okay. To call it's registered in it. Cap Gemini has from there. Okay. And let me use my college person who did not see the syntax in programming workplace. I have okay, but that will be for some entry level roles, right? That you are talking about. But I've seen they also do check for if you have a scientific mind or not, right? As can you identify a situation the way normal people not identify that, right? Or can you take a guess by seeing like there are two solutions for a problem? How can you identify that the solution B is good than A, even if it's taking time? Or okay, that's these fundamentals and a coding now. Okay, then what? Okay. So, but we have empty set. We have to fill it with the nums. But okay. We can use the count function and it will have values. We should not then what this has said. Mm, Now what we have to do, it should be if result dot count, right? I and we do pass the index, right? And we do the steps, and I think you are good to go. Job not returning for those 20 LP bracket. Okay, and it will be when it will be not equals to 0, right? In that case, it means that that number is already present, and in that case, we will we can put it into an array, right? So we can create an empty vector and empty array. The vector is a container, right? So I should name it as I should change the name. This is the result vector and size of 2, right? Um, Now here we do result dot spec nums that value, right? Mm, In the end, we will just return the result. Mm, It's giving the wrong answer. Okay. I think I just click the condition to check. Okay, wait. That set will be empty, right? That set will be empty. In this case, um, else dot insert, right? Mm, But wait, the condition to check for duplicate Mm, The code is for finding the duplicate, right? Nums okay. Because it will be just the index, right? So the count it will be nums I. Um, hmm? No man, it's not being accepted. I think I'm said. Mm, Hello Roshan, welcome to the stream. Um, okay, maybe I've read the problem in the wrong way, right? This problem. Okay, but why did yes, exactly. Those are two zeros are already actual elements in the vector. Mm, that's why LeetCode solution failed. What happened in the code? You had this. So initially result, then suppose duplicates are 2 and 3, you put this. Okay, push back, that's why. It adds new elements. Result or result. Hmm, not that much. But yeah, I think we have solved this. But it's max to max 10 p.m. Max to max. Okay, big offline. So this was array or bit manipulation, right? Um, okay, we'll come back to this on another day when I think, or maybe when we will understand about bit manipulation in a good way. When we will start attacking on that, then mm, 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 so second new problem solved was the two sneaky numbers of a digit will. And it was like a type of story that we were given, right? But I will not say that this is a very new type of problem, but yeah, it was a problem. In this problem, I got to know, okay, how we should initialize a vector in this case, right? Hello, man. Hello, Subhash. Welcome to the stream. And login inroad. Sorry, and login. What you're trying to say? But I think even in this problem, we can apply the same approach that Tarun did told us about, right? But we will now try to apply this on this problem. When we will do the revisit of this, show me constraint once. Okay. Sorry, login. Okay. Constraints were like these were the constraints. I think it will be visible. It is Rohit. How much time do we need to go from zero to trees? Use hash maps to solve efficiently. Hash maps. The time will be different from like it will differ for persons, right? Like person to person. Um, like it does not just not depends on the factor that we are just giving time or like how much time we give, like or from where we are learning or the way we are learning, right? And we can't just predict, but yeah, if you are on a particular topic or maybe trees are just you are near to start with trees, then I think that will be average time. Even I haven't reached to the that stage, man. Like even just recursion is going to start, but for trees, I think um trees. Okay, you are talking from a beginner point of view, right? If someone is a beginner, like if you will ask from me, I think I will take, like including all the mistakes that I did and these things. I think I'll around 3.5 months or max to max 5 months, right? Like if we are doing it in a detailed way, as of my understanding or the way I am trying to learn. Like initially, I did so many mistakes, I think, and there were some days I was just directly jumping onto the questions or the way, but I'm not able to share the link. Any way, other way that I can share the link. Um, we have the Discord. We have the Discord. If you want to share the link, you guys can join the Discord and yeah, here you can share what you are doing on a daily basis. Maybe you are working on a project, or maybe you have just completed part of it. You can share that. We can review it, or like there are other people in the Discord from different states of the country, and they're in different stages of the college. They can, I think, they will be able to help you, right? As I'm trying to create a community of good people who can help each other and grow together. That's the purpose, right? Rohit, age. What do you think? Take a guess. Oh man, come on. Okay, it's in between. It's between both of the numbers. It's okay. But Suhas did okay. Rohit did a mistake. Not mistake, but yeah, but I think that's fine. Um, Rohit just make me feel okay. Am I that old that I'm thinking like, oh great man? No, no one is late, right? No one is late. And I think when you will start, I think you are already me. Yeah, I'm in the Discord. Um, yeah, this is me in the Discord. This is the yeah, yeah. Because of the beard, I think the beard has like I just you know did a clean shave and just that's why people do say that yeah I look like a kid. That's what we need, right? You know what? PB gamer, neither. Okay, Rohit, I don't think we are late, right? Like nobody's late. I think you also already have experience. You are all passed out from the college, right? And if you will go and ask it about from developers or like or people who have in the industry or who have experience, they will tell that okay, we are not late, just we have to start, right? And I think you will cover up these things in a faster way as your mind have already been developed, right? Your thinking have been changed. I think now just your mind can think in a scientific way, or you can, when you see a video or like any on any topic, you try to find a reason behind the things, right? Like how the things are working, or how solution B is good than solution A, or like there are so many things. So what we can, so what we can do, try to share you LinkedIn might come through, but I don't. But yeah, YouTube will not allow. I think yeah, YouTube not allows to share link. I can share the link, but I think you guys are not will not be able to share the links. But yeah, if you guys want, you can join the Discord, right? Here, if you want, you can just, if you not want to share it in the in the server, you can just share it in the DM sections, right? Okay. Um, because I've seen like not many of the people are aware about like how what is Discord, or why do we even use it, right? It's just in India, I think that's the case. I think so. Yeah, and that will be great for me as well. I think as we have to, like we have a long journey, right? This is not just the case of 6 months or just 1 year. Mm, and your experience can help us, right? Like I want to add those type of people who have a good amount of experience, right? So that they can guide us or the people who are in the Discord. Here we also have um, like started some experimental things where we can join a room and we can have discussion about any topic, right? It can be arrays or it can be dynamic programming. We can start with it with from anything, like if someone gave an intuition from where that intuition came to, so to using that algorithm and to solve a problem, right, in a good way. Or like we can say it is type of a collaborative study or collaborative discussion room that we can join, and just this is an experimental phase and not getting the time to work on it. Or hello Abhishek, welcome to the stream. Do I send? Now I am on the top. Okay, real name. Okay, no, YT blocked it. Mhm. I think it's because of the operating system, right? Okay, now we should start the revisits of the problem. First was these will go in the revisits, and the revisit will come at this. Okay, but these are still pending to be solved, right? We will solve it uh, on another day. This these have come. Now we will do the revisit of this and this. And okay, just wait. Okay, we'll do it later. So the first revisit will be find all the distributed numbers in an array. It's just very easy. So we have given an array from the range of the numbers in it is from 1 to n, we have to return an array of all the integers in the range, right, from 1 to n that do not appear in the nums. And like we have to find the missing numbers in the range. And I think, yeah, we do have duplicate numbers. Um, so what we did first, we put that those numbers into one unordered set, and after that we did created a variable, right? Inside this we stored. Okay, this is just for, we can even just write nums.size, right? And we created a vector for storing the result. And if at any point we find that that particular value is not present, right? Less here I is behaving as not an index, it's behaving as an actual value, right? Like it is just we can imagine it as value here. And if that particular value is not found, we will just put it into the result vector. Like it can be two values or it can be four values. Um, right, because nums can range from 1 to 10 to the power 5, right? So yeah, the output can be bigger. So every time we will do the pushback, we will, and then we are just returning the vector. Okay, which platform question is this? Hello, man. Welcome to the stream. This is on LeetCode. You know about LeetCode? LeetCode, capital Raptor. Okay, so we have done the revisit of this. This was not that much. There is not much things that we have to understand, right? Um, so first problem revisited. Its name was find all dissipate numbers dissipate in an array. Now here we will do the revisit of this problem, but we will try to use that approach, or first we will understand the approach, how that approach is working, right? So find all the duplicates in an array. But before that, I will do the revisit of that in the way we first solved it. And it was in this problem, we have to find all the duplicates in the arrays. For that, we just created another set named as duplicate. And we created a vector answer so that we can return the duplicates. And we just used a for each loop to go on every other value of the nums array. And after that, we are checking if that number have already been appeared in the duplicate set. That means, yeah, that number have again that number is a duplicate, right? So okay, wait, if that number have not appeared, have just appeared for not appeared, then in that case we will push back into the insert it into the duplicate set, and after that in the else case we are pushing back it into the answer vector, right? And okay, answer array, and in the end we will just return the answer array. And because here we are checking for duplicate count when count is equals to 0, and count is equals to 0 means that number is not present. If it's right, if it's already 1, that means, yeah, that number is already present, and we found a duplicate, right? But now we will do this with the approach, right? Push one, and it will push one was uh, hash set, right? Okay. Now we'll try that negative marking approach. Um, okay. This is done. Now we will do it using another approach. But first, I will have to understand it by part. Um, long Chandigarh University. Man, are you talking about this university? Okay, this one. Are you talking about this one? You're from this university? Like you were in this university, right? Or was it different? So this was the same. Okay, but yeah, I've taken admission in the online course, right? Like the program, the online programs. Like I think you know about it, right? I think they just have started it after the COVID, so that people can get graduated by taking admission into online programs. Yeah, but the the MCA, I will try to do it in offline. Not try, I will do it in offline mode so that I can get, or maybe another course. But I, mm, yeah, just like there were some factors that I did have talking about, right? Um Not here that there was a factor that I did have a discussion about from a person, like with a person, or and before even that, there were some factors that did make me choose this. Try to get please. Okay, you graduated back, I think around 2026, right? That's but yeah, these are just like coming to trend, and like many of the people are joining these courses. But I have listened that yeah, they do have some filters or criterias where they just many of the companies just not take these students, right? That's why I think doing offline MCA will be good. Um, no, right, please. Okay. Yeah, it can be government universities, right? I will just directly not like switch from BCA to MCA. Just in between that, yeah, I think I will be doing a job, and in the job I will write. Hmm? Do I take in Sigma X course now? What to do now? So Sigma X, Sigma X, it was for web development, right? Oh, um, robot cool. Okay. I think they think it will be far better from the free ones, right? As they will have some accountability. But yeah, even after that, we have some good creators who do teach even some in-depth topics or like the advanced topics that they will not cover, right? Like Apna College will not cover. Even if we purchase a code, that will cost around 10,000 or 15,000, right? Um, they have mentioned about these things. But the thing I don't like about these like courses was is that why do they just make videos on projects, right? Like they can give tasks to the students to use it in their own projects, right? Like it just feels like we are just copy pasting the code in the projects. That doesn't feel like we are learning something. So I think instead of making projects from which they are telling about, I think we can create our own projects, right? As if we do have time, then that will be good. Working on our own project or facing the difficulties that come into while we are developing that project, that will be more good or beneficial. Okay, but yeah, they are giving the web dev and the DSA, right? But mm, Hello, Krishna. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing, buddy? I have seen you after a long time. Uh, and what's your update? How the college is going? Right. Okay, let's just now focus on the problem that we have to solve using the another approach. It's- Okay, but this was for another problem, right? I have solved this question using another set, but now I want to solve it using more optimized approach. Hmm? I have listened about negative marking approach to this problem zone. I have my college alpha base. I got it for free for my friends company's website. And that's good. It is good course at DS plus F. I will try to gain bro not stream videos. But at most comes twice, right? Mm, okay. Block by block, but and also mainly what's happening in the syntax haven't used even the absolute. We go keep doing. Bye. Bye, man. Bye, Krishna. Assuming apps is news. Okay. Functions. Yeah. Loop. Suppose I equals 0, then num sign increase. Yeah. And we have the value 0. So becomes absolute true. Okay. Standard library. Okay. Hmm. You want to learn serious or not? And level. Indian students. So we are getting the index, right? Okay. Which number? The number corresponding to this. Okay. But we have done the revisits. Just we are trying to understand about the approach, right? Value. Okay. 4 months and index 3 contains 7. So we do. Okay. This is just for value 4. Whatever number is physically sitting at these three interval. Now those now right now it's 7, but we are using its sign. Remember whether 7 4 has appeared. Later, if we encounter another 4, we check. Okay, but what when we will reach 7? Yeah, there was something going on in the background, so I just I think I should hydrate myself a little bit, right? As hydration is important. The weather is humid. Sorry, the environment is a little bit humid nowadays. I thought you are gone. So okay, yes. So 3, which is 7. Hereby saves us. We write correctly 7. Therefore, then 7 minus 6 index X false becomes this. Okay. And what did we accomplish? We mark 7 as seen at index 6. Okay. See the pattern now. We find got hmm? Even not around 10 p.m. We have yeah. No, I just haven't confirmly said that yeah will be around that, right? I'm there like when you started, but I haven't. Oh, okay. Now we'll again see the code. We are running a loop and we are marking. Okay, find its corresponding index, and we do -1 from the value. and then check whether that index was already met. If yes, then we push it into the as it is a duplicate. If not, we mark it as, yeah, this will represent the value 4, right? Okay. Hello, Karthik. Welcome to the stream. How you? Welcome to the stream, man. Hey, you know me? Why you are calling me a sir? We are storing it in a variable called index, and we are storing absolute value of nums I, right? If maybe nums I can be a negative number, in that case, um, right? And -1 gives -1 was giving what? It was giving the corresponding index, right? That we will mark as negative. If nums index value is more than less than 0, in that case we'll push if it's negative, right? So that we found that okay, this value have already been, we have already seen this value before, and now this is a duplicate. So in the answer we push back that problems quickly. Man, it's a trap, it's just a trap. Okay, the way is to just practice, right? The more you practice the things. Hey, why the problem not updated, man? It should be around find all the duplicates. Okay, I think I just forgot to mark the problem as solved, right? Um, wait, wait, wait. There is a mistake that is in the submission. Mm, First, I'll do mark the revisit, find all the display numbers. Um, it's not here. Second revisit of find all duplicates, right? So first one was this. I think I forgot to mark it as revisited. Um, Come on. Oh, we forgot to submit it. Right. Because we were, I think, in a hurry and it just got slipped. Now the problem that we did solve was, this was the second problem, but this first problem was separate the digits in an array. I didn't know it's the code will be, oh, it's safe. I thought the code will be vanished, right? But it's still, we have the code. Now the counter should be around, okay, that's 100 problems, right? So first we solved the problem name was separate the digits of an array. Okay, this will come in the revisit summary part. So we what we do, what we have to do, we create a vector, right, with integer values, yeah, and name it as the result. Thereafter that we run a for loop and go on every value. Uh, will it be from first from here and less than nums dot size and I plus plus. What was this? We use we create an index and index is equals to absolute value of num side. If it will be negative, it will minus one, right? And this is just the syntax. I think not everything should be called as syntax, right? It's there should be another name for this. Like the syntax of this is correct, I think the absolute, right? But I think this is not the part of the syntax. This is a trick. So if nums index, I think this, but it is behaving as a value, right? Nums index. Okay. We will come to this point. I have a doubt. If it's less than zero, right? That means it is already been occurred. That in the result we push back what we have to push back index, I think. Okay, okay, this is the value, but it should be just the absolute, right? That number. Mm, In the else case, when that value, when that value is seen for the first time, right? In that case, okay, we find the corresponding index and just mark it as negative, right? So that the next time we found that value, we go to the that corresponding index and check for if that value is that, right? So nums index is equals to minus of nums index or yeah, minus of nums index. So in the end, we are just returning the result vector. But this part still need to be understood, right? Um, Now I think so. What's the difference? Is that we didn't created any another, we didn't use any container, right? As so it the space complexity is reduced from big of n to big of one, right? That's what we achieve by using this approach. Mm, Hey, man, how many? Okay. Okay. Hey, I found. I think I should give you a good opinion, right? I just, in between, I just forgot that, yeah, I have to give you the opinion. Um, because there are some things going in the background right now. And I thought let's just focus on the problem. Okay, so but we will come to this that how you can start uh, the problem solving or lead code problem revisited and this was the name using negative. Okay. Now I want to understand this part. What if we just do if index is less than 0? Will it be the same? Okay, but we have to go. Okay, but then it will not access the value, right? That will be wrong, right? That will be wrong. Yeah. If we will not be accessing the nums array, then how we will mark that particular number as negative, right? As this is representing the value 4 as yeah, it have occurred for the first time. When it will occur the for the second time, we will again check, yeah. If it's still positive, yeah, then we will mark it as negative for the first time. But for the second time, when we will again check, it will already be negative. In that case, we push back that value into the result vector, right? Okay. So now I think I should summarize the stream and end it. And Dipto, so are you still here? Man, were you asking this question or like, and before coming on to lead code, or I will say starting with the problems, right? The thing I think I've told you about this before. You can start with that uh, before starting with DSA or solving problems on lead code, right? That's the thing. That's the first thing that you can follow, right? You remember that, right? I think I have told you about this yesterday. I think that uh, guy was you. Mm, As we have talked about this, I think in a repeated way, right? From the past. No. Okay. Don't you remember that I have told you about? Yeah. First, you should start with a programming language and just make the fundamental strongs or the fundamental things strongs, and after that you should know about some uh, a basic data the basic data structures, right? After that you can come on to lead code, right? And I think you should do it separately, right? Like you will pick a language. It can be Python, right? It can be Python. Just for example, you can watch people's first. You can watch tutorials on Python and try to just make the fundamentals strong. Then I think after that there are some other prerequisites. As yeah, you will be teased about the the first data structure that we uh, do get taught about is arrays, and vectors are not other thing. We use this vector, right? Come on. Yeah, we use this vector, but vector are like arrays, but they are dynamic arrays, right? You will learn about arrays. We start with this array. Okay. So now I will summarize the stream. And what we did in today's stream was we first did solve a new problem. Its name was separate the digits in an array, right? It's Byman. So the first new problem was the separate the digits in an array, and its time complexity was mm, big of n, I think, right? It was big of n. Then and we did got to learn about this trick that we can use to convert strings into integer. And after that, we did the second new problem of today. It was the two sneaky numbers of digit will, right? And its time complexity was big of n again, but it was mentioned that we can use bit manipulation, and I think by using that we can okay, it's just for the space, right? So that I think we will not be using separate vector or like we will not okay, just and its time complexity was big of n. After that, we did revisited problems, and the first revisit was of the problem. Uh, find all duplicates in an array, and not this. The first revisit was of the problem. Okay, wait. Find all dissipate numbers in an array. Like the first revisit was this, and its time complexity was big of n. After that, we did the second revisit. It was the problem. Mm, yeah, it was the problem. Name was find all duplicates in an array. We first revisited it using the approach, right, in which we used another set, and after that we did solve it using another approach. Thus, we did try revisited it using another approach, in which we reduced the space complexity by not creating another by not using any another other container that increases the space complexity, right? And this approach is called negative marking, and the approach we did used earlier it was okay. We used hashing based container, right? Okay, this was the problem, and what we did achieve the first in the first approach, the time complexity was big of n, and space complexity was also big of n, right? Because of using that extra container, and then after that the in the second division, we use the negative marking approach. In that, we just reduce the space complexity from big of n to big of 1, but the time complexity remained the same as big of n, right? Okay. Okay, this was all. For now, you all can like the stream. You don't have to subscribe right now. You can subscribe when you feel that, okay, this guy is learning something, or like this guy is learning something good, or we are getting some value, or we are learning something from him, then you can consider to subscribe. But yeah, if you will subscribe, it also motivates us or like makes us to make me more what make me more focused or like it makes me responsible to bring more good content, right? Or how the approach will be, that how I should approach the problems. And by subscribing, what will happen when I will be live again, or maybe I will upload a new video, then you can come again into the stream and see me solving these problems and getting stuck onto a problem and trying to debug it, or how I'm learning a new concept, or yeah, we can have some interactions and we can help each other grow together, right? But for now, you all can join the Discord. This is highly recommended. Here you can share what you are doing on a daily basis. Maybe you are working on a project. Maybe you have just completed a part of it, and you can share that, and we can have a review of it. Or like there are also the people like us in the Discord with which you can have interaction with, and like this is a type of a community where people can help each other grow together, right? And please do give reviews in the comment sections, like what new things should I come up with? Should I change something in my explanation style? Or should I change something the way I am learning the concepts, right? Or should I come up with something new, like not just the DSA things, right? I was thinking to start with a live series where I will be learning JavaScript, but it will be different from the project series, right? Where I was showing like I was stating a project. It This series will continue. Episode two will be we will do the episode two soon, and okay, yeah, it can we can do it in just the next, I think, 1 or 2 weeks. We can start doing it. Um, because it just get a little bit difficult to do all the things in the live stream, right? As like there are some things which are related to setup. So yeah, I think I will have to fix the setup. After that, we can do it. In the end, I will say just in the end, I will okay. I think I should. I forgot to end the poll. Right, we should first end the poll. Hmm, I need to learn JavaScript because I have it in my second semester. But I think we should just not focus on learning it as yeah we just have it in a second semester, right? Like yeah, it is that, but that's also a very good, very powerful scripting language, right? That just that is just not used for web development, or that is not just being used as the front end, right? There are frameworks on it which are used in back end, or like when you will do a research of on this, right? On JavaScript, you I think you can open ChatGPT and just try to ask questions about how JavaScript, how powerful it is, right? And should I just focus on it as just it is in the college, right? That's the case. And there was a video that I saw yesterday. Okay, let me find that video. Yeah, it was this video. You can, I think you should prefer watching this video, then you will understand why we are taught these subjects, right? Or why in the college curriculum. But I think it's good, man. You have JavaScript in the third semester. Okay, so there we got 15 votes, and 93% of people were saying that yes, done. That's it. I think it was confusing, right? I think they have thought, yeah, in the second option, he did have said no, but it was done. Okay, man. See you in the next stream. In that, I will say that just keep learning and keep exploring new things and just start taking actions, and things will start to happen. Just go and start taking actions, right? And things will start to happen. Just keep grinding and stay hard. Just stay hard.